Welcome to this week's Hymn of the Week. This week we have Glory to God 834, Precious Lord, Take My Hand. This hymn has a very powerful story behind it, and as we face so many issues in the world today of trying to find peace, of war within the world as well, unfortunately, and so much discord and strife, the story that goes with this tune is very powerful. And I find the best way to do that is to just read the actual words of the writer, Thomas A. Dorsey, who lived from 1899 to 1993. Here's how he describes this hymn, and it was in an interview for one of his recordings. I went out to go to St. Louis one morning to work in a revival. I left my wife asleep in bed, got in the car, and I went along. She was going to become a mother, and I was anticipating a great happiness and great joy on my return. But I got to St. Louis, and about the second night in the meeting, a telegram boy came and brought me a telegram. I opened it, and it read, "Your wife just died. Come home." I couldn't finish the meeting. Finally, I got home to Chicago the next morning, and it was so. I found it all true. They never moved the body. And that killed me off. I wanted to go back to blues. But after putting my wife away and the baby in the same casket, I went to the old Poro College in the music room there. Mr. Fry and I just browsing over the keys, and seemingly the words like drops of water from the crevice of a rock above seemed to drop in line. With me on the piano, "Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I'm tired, I'm weak, I'm worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home." And he continues on. "Now God is blessed. I have another family. I have a wife, a son, a daughter, and a grandson, about 7, 8 years old. And the Lord has led me, and he will lead you. And I hope some way, somehow, if you don't sing 'Precious Lord, Take My Hand,' you will learn to sing it and sing it with a feeling and a fervor." So today I chose, and I think that's a great way of explaining it. I guess the other thing we need to add is the tune Maitland, Maitland, is very much an influence on this melody. They're very close. "Must Jesus bear the cross alone?" But this is slightly different, and it's probably what might have come to him. So it reminds all of you that are writers and hymn composers out there. If you sit down and an old tune comes to you and you morph it or mold it a bit, that's not a bad thing. Go ahead and do that. Thomas Dorsey did that and came up with a very powerful text. I find it appropriate to set on the organ. And so here we go. "Precious Lord, take my hand." Precious Lord, Thank you very much for listening to Hymn of the Week.